Tak, następny raz większy brzuch będzie.
Tak.
Czuję się polskim Tatarem.
Pół godziny!
Pół godziny, nie mogę. And I have something for the kids. I am standing in the geographical center of Europe, the center of a continent which is a tornado. With a mass migration crisis, Britics, and a mammothly unpredictable neighbor, it is a miracle that this continent remains to be one of the most magical places on Earth. On tonight's episode of Kult America, we're going to see what happens in the center of it all. So today was a pretty much crazy experience. We wanted to visit the geographical center of Europe to see what was happening in the center of all the chaos that creates the beautiful continent. We met a guy named David who was enthusiastic about his town and showed us many interesting things. I heard that this arch was actually an altar from a mass that Pope John Paul had given in Poland back in the 90s. Is that true?
That's a present from Pope, and it came to Suchowola because of priests and the city council. So it's a very important symbol of that place.
So I understand you have some things to show me.
Of course.
Should we be on our way?
Yep.
Cool. The first place we went to was a bakery with very unusual locally made cakes. They call these cakes branches, I guess that's what you would call it in English.
Nie wiedziano, co robić z jajami. Tam kiedyś bardzo dużo jaj kurzych było, więc krzyżacy wymyślili takie ciasto sękacz, tak? No tutaj właśnie jest ten sękacz, nie? Wytwarzany i tutaj, jeśli ktoś chce spróbować sękacza, dobrego sękacza, to musi przyjechać tutaj do nas albo w okolice. Natomiast tutaj jest piec elektryczny, tak? To jest ciasto, przypieczone ciasto. Gdy jest to ciasto zapieczone, wtedy się polewa następną warstwę. Ręcznie, podkreślam.
Państwa produkt jest ręcznie zrobiony.
Tak. Taka manufaktura, można powiedzieć.
Almost Christmassy smell for me. Ja już będę próbował to.
Proszę bardzo. Jak? Wrażenia smakowe?
Mi dał to ciasto, tak, na ślepę. Ja bym myślał, że jakieś polskie babcie zrobiły ciasto, a nie taka prawdziwy polski mężczyzna.
Tak?
To jest ciekawe.
No właśnie, a to polski mężczyzna wyciska to wszystko.
Tak. A powiedz mi o tę historię.
Zupełnie inne ciasto, bo sękacz jest pieczony, natomiast to jest wysmażane. Ręcznie wałkowane i taki dosłownie pyłek rzucany jest na tłuszcz. Później się układa to w takie kopczyk, prawda? Każdą warstwę tych płatków się polewa polewą na bazie miodu. Polewę się gotuje?
Nie, ale naprawdę dobre. To mi smakuje nawet lepsze.
Mrowisko.
Tak, bo jestem z Stanach, ja lubię mocno słodyczy.
I smażone, żeby było
smażone. Tak. If any of you travel here, you definitely have to come and try this cake for your own experience. Pan Paweł, dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję również.
Świetny był i do zobaczenia następnego razu. Tak, następny raz większy brzuch będzie.
Tak, po amerykańsku.
After the cakes, we went to a place that was really unexpected to me, and it was a center for Islamic culture. Dobry
wieczór, witamy w Centrum Kultury Tatarskiej w Suchowoli.
This grandiose mosque, as I could best describe it, was gifted to the town by an organization from Turkey at the cost of about 2 million Polish zloty.
1679 pojawili się tutaj w tych okolicach pierwsi Tatarzy.
Pan czuje bardziej jako Polak czy jako Tatar? Czy to jest wszystko jedno?
Nie, czuję się polskim Tatarem.
Stary Wola jest tak malutki, nie powiedziałbym, że jest tyle różne kultury tutaj. Ale Tatary przychodzić z Rosji czy z Turcji?
To są plemiona ze stepów Syberii i Mongolii. Okay. To są prawidłowi Tatarzy na tego.
He gave us a tour of the prayer room. He showed us the library, the sitting room where the Tatars sit, drink tea, solve different problems as he described it. And then he took us to their kitchen. A ja widzę, że pani robi pięknie pierogów. Ja próbowałem robić pierogi raz i byłem pod wrażeniem, ile to jest pracy.
Cała sztuka właśnie polega na robieniu tych takich ozdobnych ząbków.
Dziewczyna jak umie robić ząbki, to jest gotowa
Wyjść
za mąż.
I love it. You don't have that in America. You know, if you told an American girl that she's not ready for marriage until she knows how to make the details on the pierogi, oh, she wouldn't accept it. Amazing. Przepiękne.
Nie używamy w naszej kuchni mięsa wieprzowego. Zgodnie z naszą religią jemy tylko mięso baranie, wołowe.
No, praktycznie każde mięso oprócz wieprzowiny. No
Które jest mięsem nieczystym.
Nieczysty. Proszę, to są nasze kołduny, proszę nakładać.
I nie używamy w naszej kuchni mięsa wieprzowego.
To jest wieprzowina, tak?
Nie. To jest wołowina z baraniną.
Zapach jest znacznie inny niż zwykle polskich pierogów.
Najpierw wypijamy rosół z łyżki i bierzemy, zjadamy ten kołdun.
Już czuję, że to mogą być dobre. Czy często pan je to w domu? Na święta na przykład.
Tak.
To jest bardzo dobre.
Już.
It's a totally unusual taste. I'm gonna take more because they're so good. I just really want to emphasize that you cannot underestimate what a town might behold when you're driving through it, because if this didn't happen to be the geographical center of Europe, I would have probably never come here. Finally, we drank Turkish tea together, and it was a very bizarre experience because they really delivered Turkish culture in the middle of Poland and in the center of Europe. Special dedication to our Turkish subscribers. It smells amazing. It's very strong tea, Turkish style. Okay, I'm starting to think that I should taste the deep fried pancakes. Wonderful. It was a confusing experience to me because, quite frankly, I didn't know that there was a culture like that in Poland, and I'm glad that I've discovered it because not only is it here, but it's been here for a very, very long time. After that, we decided to go and visit a Jewish cemetery. Now, before the Germans had their way with the Jews in the Second World War, there was actually a very significant population of Jewish people living in this area.
This is the only place where you can find those Jewish lights, Jewish symbols.
So beyond this plaque, is there anything left of the actual cemetery?
Unfortunately not.
Wow.
You can...
It's just trees.
Yes, you can take a walk, but you will not see anything.
There could be skeletons under our feet for all I know.
Yes.
And, you know, it's not bad enough that they murdered an entire community of people, but they had to fucking uproot the cemetery as well. I don't know what kind of sickness that is.
There was a time when 70% of inhabitants in Suchowola, or maybe more, were Jews.
70?
Yes.
70%. And there were Islamic people here.
As well.
And they were living together.
Yeah.
But then
And
Germans
Catholics,
came,
of course.
murdered the Jews, disgraced the cemetery. It's a lot. I don't know, this is a horrible place.
Right now, what we can do is to remind everyone that those things happen.
And after the cemetery, I felt kind of depressed. So we decided to do something a little more fun, a little more uplifting. And be it that this was quite unusual, we ate cheese and we made butter with a funny woman named Oksana. So Oksana runs a very important regional cheese company here in the geographical center of Europe. To jest domowe, prawda?
Tak, to jest wszystko domowe, robione ręcznie właśnie.
A czy dostanie to poza państwo powiat?
Nie.
Okay, so wow. So this one has various spices. This one is strongly smoked. Let's try. It's the best cheese I've had in my life.
Thank you.
Incredible. In the middle of Europe, people still are making real cheese from natural cow's milk, which is, all on the same land. So the cheese was delicious. But unfortunately, I have received an assignment. The cheese was not for free today. Okay, so my assignment is to make butter. Oh man, that could be misinterpreted on camera. So granted, some of the motions that I had to do to create the butter might be perceived as a little bit odd. I'm scared that people could make a meme out of that. It's jak długo?
Pół godziny.
Pół godziny, nie more. That's a half hour. Wow.
Tylko teraz będzie pryskać bardzo ci na spodnie. O, ja ci zaścielę, żeby nie opryskać spodni. O, tako masło wygląda po ubiciu.
Stop being fun or funny.
O, masło,
so we have
bingo!
What a goddamn pain in the ass that was.
I teraz to musimy tylko wypłukać w zimnej wodzie.
Fuck, I thought I was making cheese.
A teraz tak, będziesz ser robić.
So I just made
Czekaj, kochanie.
butter to make butter.
I mamy masło.
Wow, więc to jest nasza dostawka do Warszawa. After making the butter, which was physically exhausting and my back is actually sore, and I'm actually embarrassed that you'll see me doing that chore. But we decided to move on and visit the most significant story, in my opinion, that is associated with the geographical center of Europe. I'm at the parish headquarters of a church which has a rather significant story for modern-day Poland, and that is the story of priest Jerzy Popiełuszko. Jerzy Popiełuszko was born on September 14th, 1947 in Okope, 4 kilometers away from the parish church in Suchowola. Every day he walked the forest road from his house to church by foot. Later, he became a Roman Catholic priest who associated with Solidarity Trade Union in Communist Poland. His heroic activism resulted in tragedy when he was kidnapped and brutally murdered in 1984 by 3 agents of the Security Service of the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Jeden z lekarzy wypowiadał się, że zewnętrznie nie był jeszcze tak bardzo pobity, ale wewnątrz brzuch to miał po prostu miazgę, że on się z takim czymś nie spotkał.
Some of his proudest moments included the participation in the trial of those who were arrested for opposing martial law. During the strikes of the 1980s, he provided pastoral guidance to steel mill workers on sites of factories in Warsaw, and subsequently he became their chaplain. The young hero did not cease his activity in face of serious consequences. He even refused to go away to study at Vatican when the opportunity presented itself. He has been recognized as a martyr by the Roman Catholic Church and was benefited on June 6, 2010. So I've just been shown a photograph of the priest in the condition he was in after being beaten, and it was horrific. It's hard to even understand that I'm standing in front of the place where an autopsy of such a horrific crime took place, but I'm glad that I came here because it was an important lesson in Polish culture, after all, and I'm starting to much better understand why the church is so important to Poles. It's a story that has definitely shaped and altered the way that I understand Polish society, Polish faith, Polish conviction, and it was brutal. It was really brutal. When I came to this place, I really did not anticipate that I would be so focused on religion, but I'm kind of glad that I heard these moving stories, as it really put the way Poles approach Christianity into a more clear light for me. You see, I never observed them being faithful in a literal way, but I knew that Catholicism was a very important part of the Polish story and Polish identity. After tonight's experience, I have the impression that Poles actually use their religion as a shield to protect their nationality, as was demonstrated by the tragic story of the priest who hailed from this place. Poles have had to live with the dangerous reality of being in the center of Europe for all too long, and they've almost lost their nationality one too many times. So it's a fascinating thing to actually stand here and admire what happens in the center of a tornado. But what kind of disturbs me in sitting in the center of this tornado that is Europe is that Europe doesn't follow a rule book. It never has, and it never will be able to. And you can't really give a tornado guidance. With that in mind, I guess all you can do is cross your fingers and hope that things don't get too damaged. It should probably be noted that there are places in Ukraine, Belarus, Slovakia, and Lithuania which also claim to host the geographical center point of Europe. If you'd like to see me visit those places, subscribe to Kult America, share this video with a friend, and make sure that we see each other next week. Thank you so much for watching.